it is as easy or as hard as it is to go to the gym and train your muscles. Meaning, at first, it's dreadful and it feels like a lot of effort and a lot of conscious thought and a lot of this, but you start to feel so good from going to the gym that after a while, or training or yoga or martial arts or whatever, at first, learning to be really conscious with your kid and raise them in a way that is from love and not fear, and is a challenge. But it's harder for me to be angry, fearful, and the animal, that other side that you're talking about, because the payoff of that is violent, and it's the feeling from being angry or frustrated or impatient or judgmental. The I don't think that's easy at all. It might be a little bit more, like you said, instinctual in some way, but the easy is like where life works. Like the my first thought was the gym. Once you start going to the gym, it becomes enjoyable, and then you're like, how did I ever not do this? And it's a pretty, once you see the results from parenting or from the gym, the momentum starts to make it feel a little bit more effortless than effort. It's not a constant effort. It's a constant awareness. And when a trigger comes up where I'm triggered, it's just about learning what as an access to what's triggering me and why it's triggering me. But I don't feel it's hard. But it's like you watch somebody with martial arts who's been training for 10 years, they make it look really effortless.
That's right.
Or somebody who can play guitar for just with flow, you're like, oh, that's so easy. But no, they've put in the work, and now it's effortless. So I think the same goes for any habit that you're trying to transform, or any practice. It takes work, but it's worth it, man. Like, it is worth it, especially when your measure or your barometer is having an enjoyable, fun life that works. Like, it's harder for me to have a life that has chaos and anger and unforgiveness or resent. All of that feels to me way harder than the effort it takes to cultivate love and opening my heart when my heart feels like closing. Like, that is hard work, right? Like, the tendency when you're hurt or somebody does you wrong is to tighten your chest and close, right? Defend. Right. It's the hardest thing to do is to open when you feel like closing. But it doesn't take too long before the payoff for opening your heart is right there, and the reward is right there. You feel good pretty quick. Closing your heart and protecting and shutting down feels awful. It's just, I guess it just depends on the angle that you're looking at it from, of whether it's hard or it's easy. Compared to what? It's hard a little bit, but it's a lot harder to be in pain.